Welcome back to High Stakes. Today, we will be discussing the following MLB matches that is happening on Tuesday, October 3rd, 2023. We will be providing our team, total, and prop picks for the day. Before we get started, please remember to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our videos. If you want access to our premium picks, you can check out our Patreon page. You can find the link to our Patreon page in the description and comment section below. In today's video, the first match showcases the Texas Rangers facing off against the Tampa Bay Rays. These two teams had previously clashed in the 2011 and 2012 ALDS series, with the Texas Rangers emerging as victors in both instances. During the regular season, the Rangers managed to secure 4 out of 6 victories against the Rays. However, it's worth noting that these games took place in July, and both teams have undergone changes since then. Furthermore, the Tampa Bay Rays won 2 of those games while playing on their home turf, which is also where the entire series will be held. Regarding the pitchers, Jordan Montgomery did not have an opportunity to face the Rays during the current season. Nevertheless, his overall record against them stands at 4 wins and 4 losses, with an ERA of 5.12 in 13 starts. On the other hand, Tyler Glasnow had a remarkable performance against the Rangers earlier in the season and boasts an almost flawless record against them. He has secured 3 wins and 0 losses while only allowing 1 run in 19.2 innings, with 26 strikeouts. The Rays have a 12-9 record when Glasnow is on the mound this season. Our team's choice is to bet on the Rays with the money line. Tampa's pitching struggled somewhat in the final week, allowing 5 runs or more in 6 out of their last 7 games. They concluded the season with a team ERA of 3.86, which ranks 5th best in baseball, and they limited opponents to a batting average of .231, the 2nd best in the league. Glasnow managed to make a decision in each of his last 11 starts, going 7-4 with a 3.44 ERA and striking out 82 batters over 65.1 innings during that period. Glasnow faced Texas back in June, surrendering only 1 run, 1 hit, and 3 walks over 6 innings, earning his first win of the year. The total runs scored were evenly split at 3-3 in the 6 head-to-head matchups between these teams this season, and the underbet has a 6-4 record in their last 10 meetings. In their last 5 games, Texas had only won with a total of 8 runs or more. During this stretch, their games averaged just 5.2 total runs per game. In contrast, the Rays' offense has been more lively, especially with them scoring 9 runs or more in 3 of their last 5 games. However, Glasnow's most recent appearance was a 5-0 game, and in his last start, he pitched 5 scoreless innings, allowing only 2 hits and 1 walk while striking out 9. These series openers tend to be tense affairs, and the bats often take some time to heat up, if they do at all. This pitching matchup is likely to keep the scoring low. Our total pick is under 7.5 runs. In the second game, we're set to witness a face-off between the Toronto Blue Jays and the Minnesota Twins. These two teams had an equal share of wins and losses in their 6 regular season encounters. It's worth noting that the Minnesota Twins performed exceptionally well in the latter part of the regular season, securing victory in 8 of their final 11 games, even though they had already clinched the American League Central title. Pablo Lopez, the starting pitcher for the Twins, concluded the regular season with a 3.66 ERA. He was on the mound in late May when the Twins defeated the Blue Jays 9-7. Over his last 29 1/3 innings pitched, Lopez allowed 12 earned runs, with the Twins emerging victorious in 3 out of those 5 games. However, during a stretch from August 1st to September 27th at the end of the regular season, Lopez surrendered 20 earned runs across 65 1/3 innings, with the Twins winning 8 of his 11 starts during that period. If Kevin Gausman takes the mound for the Toronto Blue Jays, it's worth noting that the right-handed pitcher faced challenges in 2 appearances against the Twins, allowing 7 runs in just 10 innings, resulting in a 6.30 ERA. In those 2 starts, Gausman issued 9 walks to Minnesota hitters, who managed to lay off his formidable splitter. Our team's choice is to bet on the Minnesota Twins. Despite enduring several injuries throughout the season, the Twins finished 10th in runs scored, 7th in slugging percentage, and 21st in team batting average. Max Kepler led the team in both home runs with 24 and RBI with 66. Michael A. Taylor was second in home runs with 21, and Carlos Carrillo was second in RBI with 65. Shortstop Carlos Correa is expected to return for Tuesday's game after sitting out the last 10 days with plantar fasciitis. The Twins could also have third baseman Royce Lewis back after he participated in a simulated game last week. Byron Buxton suffered from a hamstring strain but has played in a rehab assignment in AAA, and his status is still uncertain. Joey Gallo is out, as are Nick Gordon, Giovanni Moran, and Jose Miranda. As mentioned earlier, Toronto starter Kevin Gausman had a 6.30 ERA in 10 innings against Minnesota this season. The total has gone over in 7 of Toronto's last 10 games, and 4 of the last 5 games that the Blue Jays played on the road, and in 5 of Minnesota's last 7 games. When these two teams face each other on the field, the total has gone over in 9 of the last 13 meetings. Our total pick is over. In the third game, we have an exciting matchup featuring the Arizona Diamondbacks and the Milwaukee Brewers. The Milwaukee Brewers are on a hot streak, winning 4 of their last 5 games. Their offense has been particularly impressive, scoring 17 runs in their last 4 games. However, it's worth noting that Pfaadt, despite recent solid performances, has struggled on the road, allowing 16 runs in his last 4 away starts. Given that Arizona's bullpen is currently facing challenges, they may have difficulty slowing down the Brewers' offense in this game. On the other hand, the Arizona Diamondbacks have experienced a downturn in form, losing 4 of their last 6 games. Offensively, they have been struggling, scoring only 3 runs in their past 4 games. Unfortunately for the Diamondbacks, their offensive struggles are likely to continue in this game as Burns has been outstanding on the mound, not allowing a run in 3 of his last 4 starts. While he did give up 4 runs in his last 2 home starts, the Brewers have the second best bullpen in the league, making it tough for Arizona's struggling hitters to find their groove. All signs point to Milwaukee covering the money line in this matchup. Our team's choice is the Milwaukee Brewers money line. The Diamondbacks have been averaging 4.60 runs per game overall and 4.51 runs per game at home. They scored an average of 6.33 runs per game in their last 3 games against the Brewers. With Milwaukee's home team giving up an average of 3.99 runs per game, the Diamondbacks are likely to fall short of their average in this game. The Brewers, on the other hand, are averaging 4.49 runs per game overall and 4.65 runs per game at home. They averaged 3 runs per game in their last 3 games against the Diamondbacks. Although Arizona is allowing an average of 4.89 runs per game on the road, the Brewers may not score enough runs to push the total score over. The Brewers and Diamondbacks have played under the total in 5 of their last 8 meetings. Our total pick is under. In the fourth and final game of this video, and also the last game for today, we conclude with a matchup featuring the Miami Marlins against the Philadelphia Phillies. The Philadelphia Phillies are rightfully considered the favorites in this matchup. Their powerful offense has consistently been hitting nearly 2 home runs per game over the past 2 months, and they rank 5th in extra base hit rate, giving them multiple ways to score runs. Furthermore, Zach Wheeler, their ace pitcher, has maintained a high strikeout rate, averaging 5.7 strikeouts in his last 3 starts against Miami. On the other hand, Jesus Luzardo of the Miami Marlins has had a solid season, but he has allowed an average of 1 home run per start when facing the Phillies. Given that the Phillies hitters are currently in good form, this could pose a significant challenge for Luzardo. It's expected that the Philadelphia offense will continue to perform strongly, building on their momentum from the regular season. Our team's choice is the Philadelphia money line. Both Wheeler and Luzardo are considered aces for their respective clubs, and neither has allowed more than 3 runs in their last 5 starts. Additionally, Miami has struggled to see the ball clearly when playing on the road this season, and the Phillies' batting average in September fell well below their season average. Both teams are in the bottom 10 in terms of leaving runners stranded, and with the high strikeout rates that these starters possess, we should anticipate several runners being left on base in this game. The play here is to go under. Our total pick is under 7.5 runs.